Hello, my name is Adam Nardone, and I'm the Applications Engineer for WineGuardian. Today I'll be walking you through the mounting and installation of the wine wall cooling system. In this video, we'll be explaining the installation of the fan coil and the diffuser. The condensing unit installation will not be covered. This unit is a ductless split system designed for small wine cellars and wine walls. It comes in two sizes and provides up to 4,300 BTUH or 1.34 kilowatts per hour of cooling capacity. The wine wall cooling system is comprised of a fan coil, also called an evaporator, mounted within the ceiling, and a matching WineGuardian condensing unit placed outdoors or in a separate mechanical room space. The evaporator consists of three main components that are required for proper installation: the fan coil, the mounting flange, and the exposed grill. The mounting flange is designed of heavy gauge galvanized steel and attaches to a 12-inch or 30.5 centimeter on-center joist spacing. The exposed grill will be visible inside of the wine wall and consists of a supply air side and a return air side. What makes this unit so unique is that the grill mounts completely flush with the ceiling, so no equipment is visible within the space. It is also made of a paintable powder-coated black finish. The fan coil chassis incorporates a return air section, which directs air through the evaporator coil, a supply air section with a fan shroud, and dual motorized impeller fans. The fan coil section also features a separate control section, along with a one-piece removable condensate drip pan, which includes a pump pickup, float switch, and connection ports. Looking at the control end of the unit, the chassis has 5 main connection points. The first connection point is going to be the junction box, which is the main power source of the evaporator. It provides 115 volt or 240 volt for international units. Next, the refrigerant piping is a connection point that allows refrigerant to flow between the condensing unit and the fan coil, while the 24 volt connection is a signal connection that tells the condensing unit when to turn on. The control cable connects to the remote interface or to the remote sensor and allows for advanced monitoring of the wine wall environment. Lastly, the drain connection is required to sufficiently drain excess condensation. When installing the WineGuardian wine wall cooling system, it's important to understand the orientation of the unit, where the supply and return are located in relation to the connection points, and how it will affect the wine room when installed. As an example, when installed in a glass enclosure, you do not want the cold supply air to blow directly onto the glass, as that will form condensation. So determining the correct orientation for the supply and return is extremely important. Also, utility connections are only at one end of the unit, so understanding where those connections need to be made is important. Understanding the space you'll be installing the wine wall cooling system will ensure an efficient installation. Is the area above the wine space free and clear of utilities, ductwork, and piping, or is there work to do for their relocation and/or removal? Before starting the installation, make sure the utilities are routed into the connection area. Ceiling joists are normally either 12 inches on center or 16 inches on center. This means the center of the individual wooden joist is either a consistent 12 inches or a consistent 16 inches apart from each other. The WineGuardian galvanized steel mounting flange will fit comfortably between 12-inch on-center ceiling joists. If your joist spacing is 16 inches on center, you will have to provide additional framing to accommodate the reduced width. For applications outside of North America, please consult the manual for dimensions of the mounting flange and the evaporator. Before installing any wine wall cooling system, it is important to make sure that the wine wall is properly constructed and insulated. Watch our How to Build a Wine Wall video for assistance. The drywall on the ceiling must be installed prior to the installation of the wine wall cooling system. The first step in the installation process is to mark and cut out the spot in the ceiling where the unit is going to be installed. Make sure to take the joist location into account before cutting a hole for the unit. For old construction, please take care to ensure the mounting area is free and clear of utilities prior to cutting into the ceiling to avoid any damages. The unit will require a cutout of 42.35 inches by 10.6 inches or 107.5 centimeters by 27 centimeters. Once a hole for the unit is cut out, place the mounting flange up into the ceiling with the hinge area placed on the opposite side of the utility connection area. Attach the mounting flange to the ceiling joist using 2-inch or 5 centimeter flathead screws at the hole locations on the inside surface of the flange. Inspect the insulation above and around the sides of the joist areas and add additional insulation to the top and perimeter of the unit to ensure it is well protected. Now that we have the mounting flange installed, we can install the fan coil. The first step to installing the fan coil is to line up the latch end with the hook end of the mounting flange. Lift the fan coil up onto the mounting flange so that the fan coil latch end rests on its mating hook end. This latch system will work as a third hand and allow you to swing the fan coil up into position. With the fan coil hanging from the mounting flange, position the locking plate onto the hook and attach it to the assembly using 2-inch or 5 centimeter flathead screws. The locking plate prevents the fan coil from moving off the hook during the remaining steps. Now swing the fan coil up into position. Using the washers and hex head fasteners provided, fasten the assembly to the mounting flange at the 2 connection points opposite the hook end of the unit until they are snug. Please note that the holes within the fan coil chassis are slotted for ease of leveling of the device. Once the fan coil is in place, we connect all the utilities to the unit. Start with the refrigerant piping. The WineGuardian unit ships complete with swage lock piping connections on the suction line and liquid line. Follow the manufacturer's connection instructions in the owner's manual for proper attachment. Following the refrigerant piping, now connect the 24-volt control, remote interface controller, and the drain line. If you ordered your wine wall cooling system with an optional freestanding humidifier, the humidifier will also need to be connected to the unit at this step. Lastly, the primary power will need to be connected to the junction box. Our next step is to attach the safety strap to the grill and the evaporator. Insert the adjustable tie strap provided with the system into the hole at the end of the grill. Lift the grill assembly up to the evaporator and route the tie strap through the hole in the evaporator and tighten just enough to secure with sufficient slack to move the grill assembly into position. Next, we will want to fill any voids or holes with insulation. Closed cell spray foam is a common insulation method and provides an excellent vapor barrier and has wonderful insulation properties when implemented correctly. For the purposes of this demonstration, we will be using fiberglass batt insulation. While less ideal, it will work. Now carefully swing the grill onto the evaporator. It should magnetically snap into place. You may notice that the grill is not entirely flush with the mounting flange. If this is the case for your installation, gently pull on the grill to release it from the flange. Slightly loosen the hex head fasteners and adjust the evaporator. Retighten the fasteners and attach the grill. Repeat this process until the grill sits flush with the mounting flange. Before turning the unit on, it is important to verify that the condensing unit has been installed, the system has been charged, and primary power has been provided to both the evaporator and the condensing unit. For refrigerant charging, please see the Quick Start installation guide or the owner's manual. To turn the system on, press and release the power button on the WineGuardian remote interface controller. The wine wall cooling system should turn on and start blowing cold air into the wine space. For additional support, visit wineguardian.com to contact our wine cellar specialist today.